Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. We'd expect jokes from comedians, but what happens when a Prime Minister starts making jokes about sacking his cabinet ministers? What kind of Prime Minister would that make him? According to DAP's Lim Guan Eng, not a very honest one. DAP has accused caretaker Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob of making a mockery of the federal constitution with his claims that he was just joking about sacking all the 12 Perikatan Nasional cabinet ministers. DAP National Chairperson Lim Guan Eng said the sacking of ministers and dissolving the parliament are grave and serious acts that involve the king and are provided for in the federal constitution. In a statement today, he said both actions should be people-centric in improving their livelihood and better interests of the nation, not trifled with irresponsibly as a joke. Lim added that Ismail Sabri had shown himself to be confused and even dishonest with his frequent changes on the matter and questioned if he was fit to be the Prime Minister. Lim pointed out how Ismail Sabri first blamed the 12 ministers on October 11 for his decision to dissolve parliament, despite recommendations by government agency that it should not be held until after the monsoon season was over. He said Ismail later retracted this on October 13 and said that he did not blame the PN ministers as they were just following party orders. However, Lim said on October 17, Ismail Sabri made a U-turn and said that he should have sacked the 12 PN ministers before saying that he was only joking on the issue on October 19. You could say Azmin Ali is a polarizing political figure. Some like him and some may even cringe at the sound of his name. Selangor Menteri Besar Amirudin Shari has retaliated at his predecessor Azmin Ali during a Pakatan Harapan ceramah in Pahang last night. This came after Azmin claimed that Selangor had gone into decline after he left the Menteri Besar's office.
Kadang-kadang orang yang lompat ni pun tak sedar diri. 2-3 hari lepas saya sebut, saya tinggal negeri Selangor jatuh merosot. Siapa nama dia? Jangan sebut, geli aku dengar.
Amirudin had retorted that data showed Selangor actually experienced continued economic growth since Azmin left. He also took jabs at Azmin's performance as Menteri Besar, sarcastically referring to the incumbent Gombak MP as the great man. Amirudin said the former had done nothing to help development at the Klang River.
Orang yang hebat ni, satu benda dia tak buat, tak ada apa-apa.
In comparison, Amirudin said the current administration had brought new development to the Klang River area. He also said that Azmin had failed to solve land problems faced by settlers at Felda Sungai Buaya near Rawang. However, Amirudin said the current Harapan administration has managed to solve problems in Felda Sungai Buaya involving 3,000 parcels of land. He said this was not his achievement, but the result of Harapan policies. You should already know by now when Malaysia is set to vote in November, but if you need a recap of the Election Commission's announcement today, here's all you need to know. Don't forget to mark your calendars.
The Election Commission has announced the date for the 15th general election. Malaysians will go to the polls on Saturday, November 19th. In a press conference today, EC Chairperson Abdul Ghani Saleh said the nomination day has been set for November 5th and early voting is on November 15th. The campaigning period will last for 14 days. The EC also announced that Perak, Pahang and Perlis will be holding their state elections concurrently. The Bugaya by-election in Sabah will also follow the same dates. Voters have been encouraged to inspect their voting details on the Election Commission website. On October 10th, Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob announced the dissolution of Parliament to pave the way for GE15. This election will see around 21 million eligible voters, up 41.7% from the 2018 election. This was due to the automatic registration of anyone above the age of 18 as voters.
PAS can start waving goodbye to hopes of working with UMNO after the election. Zahid said he's only looking for loyal friends and PAS does not make the cut.
BN chairperson Ahmad Zaid Hamidi said the BN will not hold any discussion with the Lebay party on forming a coalition after the 15th general election. The term Lebay refers to religious men wearing skullcaps or Islamic turbans. According to Bernama, Zaid said this during a speech at a BN event in Kedah yesterday. Without naming any party, he described the particular party as one without a firm stand. He said BN would not bother with the Part Lebay to be with them or not. This is as they will say the opposite things at different times of the day. Zaid said BN wanted a loyal and steadfast friend who will be with them in any situation. According to Zaid, the party had told them to wait until after the coming general election for discussion. However, he said BN had replied that GE15 had not been held yet and they are facing current realities. He added that when BN forms a government, there will be people wanting to meet and talk to the coalition, so they will tell them it's enough and it's all too late.
DAP has hit back at PAS after Hadi linked the Harapan component party to communism. DAP Vice Chairperson Nga Kor Ming has responded to past President Abdul Hadi Awang over his remarks linking DAP to communists and on his call for the public to reject pro-communist parties. In a post on Twitter today, he said that when PAS fails, they resort to dirty tactics by uttering imbecilic slander. Nga shared an image of Hadi's post linking DAP to communism and said every time there is an election, the devils appear and hurl slander. He added that the argument that everything is DAP's fault has been proven to be the biggest lie in the history of human civilization, and enough is enough. Yesterday, Hadi had said that any effort to sow the communist ideology in Malaysia should be rejected. He also posted several images that linked DAP to communists. Meanwhile, Nga's party colleague P. Ramasamy said Hadi, out of political desperation, is trying to label DAP members as communists for bringing back Chin Peng's remains and attending communist-related functions in the country. He said that Hadi seemed to suffer from selective amnesia as PAS had collaborated with DAP in Pakatan Rakyat before both parted ways. He added that Hadi is a political opportunist and principles don't matter to him. With UMNO and PAS parting ways, it's unlikely we'd see PAS ministers after GE15. However, Idris Ahmad is hoping the next government will still table Act 355 after GE15.
Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Idris Ahmad, has expressed hope that the proposed amendments to the Sharia Court's Criminal Jurisdiction Act 1965 or Act 355 will be tabled after the general election. According to Bernama, Idris said the Cabinet had already approved the proposed bill on August 26th and it is now at the Attorney General's chambers. However, he said the bill was not tabled following the dissolution of Parliament. He was quoted as saying that he hoped the new government will be able to table the bill in an effort to strengthen criminal jurisdiction in Sharia courts in this country. The amendment to Act 355 has been a long goal for PAS, and the party had come under pressure to ensure that the bill is passed in Parliament since it became part of the ruling coalition. The bill would empower Sharia courts to impose stiffer maximum penalties. This would, in turn, enable partial implementation of the Islamic Penal Code in Kelantan.
Amanah may not have a choice but to field a familiar face in Kuala Selangor now that BN is expected to nominate Tengku Zafrul to contest the seat.
Amanah's Kuala Selangor MP Zulkifli Ahmad will be defending his seat in the upcoming general election. This is despite him having expressed his intention to make way for a new face. The matter was confirmed by Amanah Deputy President Salahuddin Ayub, who said that the seat had become a critical battleground as UMNO wants to field Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz there. In a statement this morning, Salahuddin said that based on Zulkifli's track record, they are confident that he is capable of defending the seat. He added that the decision was made as the party viewed GE15 as being critical and it was important for every seat contested to be won by Pakatan Harapan. Meanwhile, in a post on Twitter following the statement today, Zulkifli said he had mooted the idea of agenda generasi to make way for younger leaders to be fielded. However, Zulkifli said he had not been given much option by Amanah if UMNO was to field Tengku Zafrul in the seat.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.